Daniel again with another movie review. I got to see two movies this weekend. I went and saw Valerian and War for the Planet of the Apes. Since War for the Planet of the Apes came out last week, I gave you that review first since I actually like that one a lot more than Valerian. War for the Planet of the Apes, this was a good movie. Solid B plus on this movie. I loved it from beginning to end. Some other folks might be a little perturbed at the movie because of the fact that it's called War for the Planet of the Apes, and a lot of you not. There really is no war in this movie at all. There's like a battle scene in the beginning and like a little 3 minute scene at the end. But other than that, there's no going back and forth between the two groups. It's mainly just a character story for Caesar, and you come to find out that he comes to grips finally with who he is and what he wants to be and what he's doing. The main thing that I liked about this was Andy Serkis's performance. I swear to God, if the Oscars don't bring in a way for him to get motion capture, like be nominated for Best Actor, because he gave a great performance in here. Their special effects are also great, just like the other two. You can't tell where the CGI ends and the costumes begin, or vice versa. Everybody that was for a movie with not a lot of words per se, or a lot of speaking parts, everyone conveyed their emotions perfectly. Everyone comes at you with this intensity. You understand that there are some major ramifications that will come out of what happens in the movie, and I loved it because of that. But like I said, if you're going to see it for a huge blowout fight between the humans and the apes, you missed that. It's not here. You should have probably gone back and seen Rise for the Planet of the Apes. If anything, they should have switched the two titles. Rise should have came out. This one should have been called Rise, and the last one should have been called War for the Planet of the Apes. But it was a great story, great character development, great acting in it. I highly recommend going to see this one. But like I did, I waited for a week. It was no rush to see this one opening weekend, but you might want to see it in the theater, especially if your theater has a good sound system. Ours did. It helps you hear the monkeys, I guess, the apes better. You can also hear the parts when the military are on screen a lot better, and it gets a lot of the emotion across that you can hear, like little sounds and stuff added to a lot of effect in this movie. So I definitely recommend going to see War for the Planet of the Apes. Now on to Valerian. Oh my God, I had such high hopes for this movie. It looks outstanding. The costumes are outstanding. They have some of the best aliens I've seen in a movie probably since The Fifth Element, which is funny because the guy who directed this directed The Fifth Element. He also directed one of my favorite movies, Leon the Professional, and one of my least favorite movies, Lucy. So I was kind of like, okay, he's 2 for 3. He should be able to knock this out of the park. He's a French director. The comic is based on a French property. It was money. But everything worked about this movie. The story, the way it looked, it was beautiful. But the two main actors were horrible in this. One, they had no chemistry whatsoever. I mean, it was like watching paint dry at times. I'm like, and then they were both completely wooden. And I couldn't tell if one of their characters was supposed to be playing the straight man, or one of them was supposed to be playing the Lothario, or he's supposed to be like this action guy, or he's supposed to be, I don't know what he's supposed to be. And same thing with the girl. I don't know if she was supposed to be this gung-ho feminist type person, or if she was supposed to, be a damsel in distress. The movie was just really detached. It really could have been done in about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, but they started these two subplots in the movie where one had to rescue one and one had to rescue the other. I guess they were trying to show their relationship, since maybe this particular version of the movie was taken from a comic that comes later in their history together. But it just didn't work. I was sitting there and I didn't care about anything that happened to anybody in this movie. Even when some characters might have been hurt or died or whatever, it fell completely flat because you didn't care about the outcome. It was a C. Only thing that saved this movie was the way it looked. It is beautiful. It has a good message in it as well, and the costumes and the aliens in it are great. I saw it in 3D, thinking I was seeing it in IMAX. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen it in IMAX. I saw it in 3D. 3D is completely worthless. Do not waste your money on that. Just go see it in a regular screen. You do not need a 3D for it. Trust me. They didn't use it like they could have at all. But I really just tell you, just wait to rent this one. It's not even worth seeing in the theater. I'm completely let down by it, and I'm sorry to say that this guy is now on my no list. Like next movie he comes out, I'm like, sorry man, you shit the bed with two of your past movies. So, in closing, definitely go see War for the Planet of the Apes, especially if you're a fan of the first two films as well. It's a good into the franchise. I definitely recommend going to see that. But skip Valerian. Wait for it to come on DVD. Solid C, B plus though for maybe A minus, like right there in that range for War for the Planet of the Apes. Great performances, great story, just a little misdirection in the title. Even if you saw some of the trailers, a little misdirection there. Other than that, great movie, great acting. Definitely go see that. And until next time, I'm out.